Hello everyone! Let's begin today's session by understanding something you see written on light bulbs, heaters, and even your microwave, the word watt. But what exactly is a watt? In physics, we define power as the rate at which work is done, and the standard unit for power in the International System of Units, or SI system, is the watt, and symbolized by a capital W. Now, what does 1 watt mean? Well, 1 watt is defined as the power when 1 joule of work is done in 1 second. That is, 1 watt equals 1 joule divided by 1 second. Say it with me. 1 watt equals 1 joule divided by 1 second. In real-world applications, we often use larger units of power, such as kilowatt written as small k and capital W, megawatt written MW, and gigawatt written GW. Their conversions are 1 kilowatt equals 10 to the power 3 watts, 1 megawatt equals 10 to the power 6 watts, and 1 gigawatt equals 10 to the power 9 watts. We use these units in industries, electricity grids, and power stations to describe large-scale energy consumption. Let's now travel to a different measuring system, the C.G.S. system, or centimeter-gram-second system. In the C.G.S. system, the unit of power is called erg per second. So what does that mean? It means when 1 erg of work is done in 1 second, the power used is 1 erg per second. Now to convert between systems, here's the key equation. 1 watt equals 10 to the power 7 erg per second. Let's say that again. 1 watt equals 10 to the power 7 erg per second. This unit is especially useful in classical mechanics and laboratory physics, even though it's not as commonly used today. But learning it helps us appreciate the historical evolution of physics. Now let's talk horsepower, something you'll definitely hear in car and bike specifications. Horsepower, abbreviated as H.P, is a traditional unit of power that originated from early steam engines. It was designed to compare machine output to the strength of horses. By definition, 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. Let's write that as 1 HP equals 746 watts. So if a car engine is rated 2 horsepower, it actually delivers about 1,492 watts. Although the SI unit watt is preferred in science, horsepower remains common in automobile engineering and industrial mechanics. Now let's zoom in, literally, and talk about much smaller units of power. When dealing with tiny electronic gadgets like LEDs, microphones, and smart sensors, we use milliwatts and microwatts. So here's what you need to know. 1 milliwatt equals 10 to the power minus 3 watts. 1 microwatt equals 10 to the power minus 6 watts. These units are very useful in fields like biomedical engineering, nanotechnology, and precision electronics. For example, the power output of a small laser pointer or a wireless earbud might be measured in milliwatts. Now let's understand the difference between 2 words we often mix up, work and power. Here's how you can distinguish them. Work is defined as energy transferred when a force displaces an object, whereas power tells us how fast that work is done. So, while work is about how much energy, power is about how quickly that energy is used. Work is independent of time, but power depends on the time taken to do that work. Their units are also different. Work is measured in joules. Written capital J, power is measured in watts, written capital W. Let's take an example. If 2 people lift the same box to the same height, they do equal work. But if one does it faster, that person shows greater power. In simple terms, work is the effort. Power is the speed of effort. All right, learners, let's do a quick summary of what we've covered today. First, power is the rate of doing work. In formula terms, power equals work divided by time, which means 1 watt equals 1 joule divided by 1 second. We also saw that 1 watt equals 10 to the power 7 erg per second in the C.G.S. system. We explored larger units like kilowatt, megawatt, and gigawatt, perfect for large-scale applications like electricity grids. Then, we zoomed into smaller units, milliwatt and microwatt, used in everyday gadgets and nano devices. And don't forget, horsepower, or HP, is a mechanical unit where 1 HP equals 746 watts. So the next time you plug in a device or hear about engine performance, you'll know exactly what those power numbers really mean. That's it for today's concept. I hope this session helped you build strong foundations in the physics of power units. See you in the next video where we'll explore more amazing concepts from the world of physics.